Good day and welcome to the Silver King Hotel rental update for 2015. My name is Mark McGill. I'm Director of Owner Relations here with All Seasons Resort Lodging. I'm going to walk you through a couple pieces that we covered during the Homeowners Association meeting in December of 2015, starting with what's new in marketing and in the industry here in Park City over this past year. Then we'll go in and take a look at the performance of Silver King, how we've done this year and what's looking forward, and then a little bit about All Seasons Resort Lodging and why choose us as a rental provider and homeowners association management company. So starting with what's new, we're going to take a look at meta bookings, the updated media for the property, also the increased pricing structure, new responsive design elements, as well as the launch of StayParkCity.com. So we'll jump right in. Taking a look at meta bookings, you may or may not have experienced while you've been online doing consumer shopping the meta search results. And when you're on Google, for example, you can type in really anything. And what you'll see now is the ability to purchase items and it's aggregated. It's an aggregator that is aggregating the search results of all the websites. And for example, as we show here, this is the Google search results when you put in Silver King Hotel, and it's going to bring up Kayak and Booking and Expedia and Hotwire, which are aggregators and direct online travel agents themselves. But what's very specific about this is that the number one listing is actually driven from the hotel website. That is All Seasons Resort Lodging, driving not only the best price, because there's a promotion attached to that, but also it's driving the number one listing. Because we obviously know that when one of these other sites gets the reservation, we do pay an additional commission to receive that booking and receive that guest, which is fantastic. We advertise on those sites. We love working with Expedia and Booking.com, and we do a lot of revenue through those sites. But every time we can get a direct consumer to click right to the website, we're cutting out anywhere, like I said, from 10 to 30% of those commissions, which goes directly into the owner's pocket. So we're always trying to find better ways to get direct traffic, and by utilizing the meta booking searches, we're well ahead of the market in doing so. Most of our competitor hotels in the area are not using meta booking technology to this extent, where we're competing and beating our own distribution partners, such as Expedia. It's just all part of the changing landscape of the online media and how consumers find the products. And an additional meta booking site is TripAdvisor. Obviously, the reviews and the customer experience is influencing how folks purchase their travel. So a lot of people are using TripAdvisor to find out how the experience is at Silver King. And in addition, now TripAdvisor is a booking engine, but they're using these same meta search results. And by publishing this content and keeping ourselves up high in the listing, the direct booking channels of Book Now is actually very, very helpful to us on TripAdvisor as well. So we've been seeing a lot of great traffic by using these meta search engine techniques, and we look forward to what new changes will be in the future, and staying ahead of that technology curve as well. And the next piece that we've been working on with the Silver King is updating photography and virtual tours. So, number one piece is obviously when we've done some updates here at the property, we want to make sure that we come in and take new photography, fresh photography, because that's what's selling the product online to folks that have never traveled to the Silver King before. So as you can see, obviously you make these investments in the changes for the ski lock room and the equipment room and the pool area. We want to just make sure that we're enhancing it with great photography. And of course, the virtual tour, I believe those are up now. The slide was shot during the HOA meeting, but now we do have those virtual tours up online at asrlodging.com/Silver King. You can take a look at the new virtual tours for the property. Increased pricing structure. Obviously, as as the product improves and the destination demand increases, we're taking the rates higher. So we're averaging 10 to 15% asking list rates for 2015 than we were in the previous year. So obviously, that is money in the owner's pockets because we're trying to drive not only the demand is coming, but we also want to drive those incomes and capture the marketplace. When of course Utah and Park City Mountain Resort, now being the largest ski resort in America, we want to make sure that that new traffic is coming in, obviously at a higher rate, and you know we've been seeing it successful so far, and I'll show that in the performance report. But for now, it's just to understand that we have you know immediately increased the prices, and that strategy seems to be working really well in our favor at this point in the season, and we're excited to see the results by the end of the winter. Now it just needs to snow. A responsive site design. Obviously, technology has been changing for quite a while, and we've been available on mobile devices, but we've added even more technology to make it very easy to book, really using your cell phone, using your tablets, and of course your laptops and desktop computers. So we're not just focused on one single browser. Now we're actually across all browsers and across all devices to make it very easy to read the website and the different content that we offer. And last but not least, in what's new, we have launched a new online travel site, StayParkCity.com, which is aimed at being a central reservations focus for the destination. We've done so under the technology that we had launched Sundance.org on 5 years ago. So we've had the extranet and access to local products for quite some time. And so we launched StayParkCity.com in June, really to fill a need in the local marketplace. With Vail Resorts coming into town, they have their own central engine, which is primarily focused on their own lodging, such as the DoubleTree and Canyons products and properties. So we've created this central engine, which is by hoteliers for hoteliers, that's going to focus on the local market in Park City and showcase not only where you should book, but why you should book. So obviously, it's going to enhance the Silver King's ability to be showcased. You can see the rates that are listed on here are late November, early December rates, so they look certainly low for those dates before the winter season really got hit. But it's a great place to showcase our properties, and again, not only where to book, but why to book there. So we think StayParkCity.com is really a great new addition, not only for our products and our owners, but for the entire destination of Park City. So it's a great showcase of our technology. So that's what's been new over the past year. Now let's jump into Silver King and the performance in the property. So as we take a look at revenues over the past year, we'll start by looking at an individual unit basis. So essentially the statistics for a revenue per available room are broken down. Of course, we have unit types from studio all the way to 3-bedroom in the Silver King. So per unit, this is averaged out. So it doesn't necessarily mean that each owner has made this exact sums, but it is averaged out across the entire complex of the building. And as you see over the past 6 years, we've had a very gradual, stable increase, if you will. And in 2013 to 14, there was a fairly flat season. And we actually would have predicted the same type of flat approach from 14 to 15 with the snow conditions and low traffic and occupancy during much of the month of January as well as March, being down 13%. However, on an annualized basis, and to the point where we are at in December now, we have actually earned a 5% increase in our revenue per available unit, essentially by being really aggressive and staying ahead of things. And February was positive for us, even in a down winter. However, the summer and throughout the spring and fall, we were able to pick up a lot of pace and perform very, very well to really essentially catch up and surpass where we've been in the past. So I think even in a tough year, to see the incomes for each of our unit owners stay at or above where they were the previous year, it's been a great testament to our marketing, and we love to see the progress. And looking at the pace by room type, it's a really interesting graph. And a couple of things I'll point out, as you can see, the difference between standard and deluxe. A lot of those fluctuations have started to really show up now. Each year we've been watching the statistic, but we're watching these gaps increase. And so as you see this, for example, the one that sticks out the easiest, or the model that's the easiest to read here, is the 2 bedrooms. So you'll see that the standard rated units actually made on average less, 13% less on a year over year basis. Well, that would normally be a very concerning statistic, but really the truth is that the owners that are improving their products, they are up 4% year over year. And more importantly, that balance is showing a gap where, each year the premium owners are going to continue to make more and more, the deluxe owners, excuse me, where the standard owners, they're certainly not going to stay where they were. Those incomes won't necessarily decrease, but that gap will increase because those incomes are going to push more and more to the nicer products. So we're certainly featuring the deluxe unit types, and it's deceiving in the 3-bedroom category because we actually only have 3 units in that category, and one of the units was not rented throughout the entire year, so it actually has influenced and brought that statistic down. But otherwise, you can see that the deluxe products are certainly making more than they have been in years past, and increasing the gap over the standard units. So we certainly wanted to focus on that, and the bottom line is to continue to improve your properties. So if you have any questions on how we can assist you in enhancing your property, never hesitate to contact us. Both the homeowner liaison, or myself, or Jim Simmons, our Vice President of Owner Relations, would love to talk with you about unit improvements and how we can assist you in improving your asset. And we'll take a look at the average daily rate pace. So kind of taking a look forward into the 2015-16 season. December is now coming to a close, and these increases of the average daily rate have actually stayed put. So we've seen a massive increase in revenues for the end of December, and that has certainly helped us keep those numbers for the end of year well ahead. So that's been a positive sign for December. And then you're looking for the future in January, which January is at a very high occupancy at this point. And so again, we're going to see those rates, the rate increases maintain. And then looking even further in the future in February and March, as I had mentioned earlier, we're definitely holding a higher rate strategy from 10 to 15% higher on every rate. But you can see that because of those ADR pushes, we are already leading almost up to 40% in March. Now, the key here is that there's still a lot of inventory to be sold, so those are going to come down and balance out a little bit as we get closer in promotions and longer lengths of stay pieces. But the bottom line is that those are pushed up, and those gaps are going to continue. Again, I've mentioned twice, as long as it snows, we've got a great winter on our hands. The rates are right where we want them to be. Occupancy through December and looking through January is fantastic. And when you're able to hold the occupancy and you're also holding your rate really strong, it's, again, just a massive sign of a great season to come. So we love to see the improvement and the growth, and that's the direction we're continuing to head. So that's the rental performance, and I just wanted to conclude and talk a little bit about All Seasons Resort Lodging. And the bottom line is we've been here at the Silver King for quite some time. And Alan Finnegan, obviously, he's been around since the early 90s, and we launched our company starting right here within the walls of the Silver King. And we've worked with the owners and with the Homeowners Association to establish a very strong model for success in both in guest service and in guest expectations, but also in owner income and owner services. So the bottom line is our local history at Silver King and the financial stability of never missing an owner payment have really led to the success of All Seasons Resort Lodging and the growth. But the owner relations and guest experience is obviously key. So we want to continue to communicate with you as owners, and whenever you have questions, please never hesitate to give us a call, um, and hopefully, we can continue to grow the relationship that we have with all the owners in the property, and of course, the new owners as well as units have sold over the past couple of years. So we welcome in new ownership, and are happy to have all of the owners that have been around the building for such a long time. And as we've shown you through the presentation with all the marketing changes and online technology, All Seasons Resort Lodging continues to be at the forefront and leadership position in Park City, ahead of the market curves with not only meta bookings and, of course, the responsive site designs, but also launching our own technology and combating the Online Travel Association um, pieces so we can cut those commissions and simply make more money for our owners in the rental program. Again, I really thank you for your time. It's been a great year at Silver King, and I just want to make sure that you understand that our sole goal here at All Seasons is to help you get the most out of your resort property. It is our mission. It is our commitment, and we just want to thank you for your business.